Alright, hi everyone. Hope everyone's doing well. I know it's a Thursday. I didn't get to stream yesterday because I had to get my teeth fixed, so it took like a bit of time to heal. Yeah, I usually don't do it unless like something's important coming up. Like if I have to go to a doctor's appointment, or maybe I have to like have errands that I need to run or things that I have to do. But I was like extremely busy yesterday. I couldn't even squeeze in like any time to like draw or do anything whatsoever. So yeah, I moved that to Thursday, just letting people know that sometimes shit happens, and if that were to happen, I'm gonna have to like push things off by a day or so. But I hope everybody's been doing well. How's everybody been doing? Hey Rainbow and Lufa. How are you guys? I almost succumbed to drinking something beyond just water. Like 5 minutes before the stream, I was like, I don't know. I want something cold, but the only thing that's cold we have is just iced tea. So I'm on like the what is it? I'm already on like the 3 week streak of just drinking water. So I don't want to ruin that. So far, not really. I don't know. I don't really crave anything. It's kind of funny because I've been drinking water, nothing but that, and I don't really have like the urge to drink anything sweet. Does that sound like really weird? I've been doing fine. Nice. I saw in like the Discord there was something about like a YouTube, what is it, strike? I don't know what that's about. Well, let me put up some Animal Crossing music. I wonder if this works. I just noticed that you have a very large, long neck. What? I mean, I do, but I used to, like, people don't usually call that out, but sometimes, I don't know, like, I used to, like, cover it up with, what is it, with a scarf, but I kind of got rid of that as, like, the longer I did it, I kind of just changed things up. But that's interesting. I've never, like, I haven't heard that in quite a long time. Somebody said I had a long neck. So yeah, let me see. Since it's just like a just chatting stream, I thought I'd talk about some things that, well, currently what I've been doing, and well, what my family members have been been up to. So my sister lately, she's gonna go. So last I've heard, she talked about her winning like a singing competition, and she's gonna go to Hong Kong. But the thing is that for whatever reason, I don't know why, but she's gonna fully pursue. She's technically gonna live there for a year now, and she's gonna pursue a career in. What do you call it? Becoming like a singer. So the thing is, like, she's gonna live over there, but she has the backing of her boss. Her boss is like, "Hey, you do you. I'm gonna support you throughout." So I don't know how that arrangement's gonna work, but she's gonna live there and she's gonna sing. So it's I wouldn't have done it, but hey, if she wants to do it, then sure, I guess. Hey Ash, how's it going? I saw some of the drawings that you did on Discord. They look phenomenal, man. I'm really surprised, considering that you said you just recently, like, you don't have, like, that much experience. It's like, holy crap, what the fuck? I mean, it's a lot better when I first started and I tried drawing anime characters, so... And then you did it in, like, 20 or so minutes. That's actually amazing. Yeah, I hope you're still... I hope you're still drawing, though. I mean, if you enjoy it, I hope you're still pursuing it. I mostly, whenever I draw, I just do it whenever I feel like it. But I feel like if I don't keep doing it, then it's just gonna... I'm not gonna get better at it. So it's like something I have to constantly keep doing. Which is difficult because you have like all these other hobbies you have to juggle. I want to become a singer someday. What kind of singer? What type of songs would fit you? Or type of genre? Because for her, a lot of the songs that she listens to are like Asian songs from like Hong Kong. So she sings the songs in Cantonese. Like I'm not. I want to say I'm like very different compared to my sister and brother. They come from a different generation, but they still. What's the word? They still act like. They act like Zoomers, kind of. So it's really weird. So yeah, needless to say, she does. So she told me the other day, hey, I got like a job opening or something. If you want to come, you know, what is it? Take my place or something. I was like, what? I mean, I don't really. I mean, it's just maybe if I find somebody that wants to do that sort of thing. I mean, it's a relatively chill job what she does. Alternative indie rock or hyper pop, because those are my favorite genres and genres that resonate with me. Oh, I thought it was like the whole grunge thing with the, because we did like karaoke the other, well, a couple weeks back, and then like there were some songs that you kind of fit your own voice. I don't think it was grunge, but I can't remember the name of it. Like, I try to get practice in for singing every so often, but I find it difficult. Unless it's, like, late at night, and then I feel like I have to do it for, like, multitasking. Like, I feel like multitasking, that's something that everybody can really do. Like, I'm pretty sure. At least in high school, I know a lot of people used to do that. I don't know how to play any instrument, so I have to learn. Oh. Well, I mean, it's not that bad to learn an instrument. I took a guitar class in high school one time, and well, I want to say that I sort of did okay, but it's like really weird how I started. So I started my guitar class in my senior year, and I think within the first, I think maybe semester or so, I got an F. And then the second semester, it kind of, it was almost the same thing, except I got like a D or so. And then maybe like throughout the rest of the year, I started improving. I don't know what happened, but I started getting a little bit better, and then so on and so forth. So eventually, I got an A in the class, and I was like, "Wow, I got an A." But but nowadays, I don't really keep up with playing guitar all that much, except for other than just like the chords. So I do know most of the chords, and I do know how to play some intros to like a song. Oh, I remember one intro, and I heard this a while back because I watched a short of it. I think if you there's like some guitar stores or some musical instrument stores that prevent you from playing a specific melody. I think it was Stairway to Heaven. So if you play that in like a guitar store, you play like the start of it. I can't remember which it was, but it's like an urban myth that causes bad luck. So if you start playing that, then people at like the store that are managing it, they're gonna kick you out. So it's just like a little bit of a fun fact. If you ever wanted to play some sort of melody, I guess they don't want to hear that. Hey Aura Kitty, how's it going? Yeah, we're just chatting a little bit about playing musical instruments. I forgot if it was like Stairway to Heaven or like some other musical instruments, but if you did do that in a music store, they would. I don't know why. I can't for the life of me remember. But they won't let you play that melody. I play violin. Nice. Well, what's your favorite song to play on the violin? I'm sure it has something to do with classical music. I'm currently practicing for my driver's license road test. Oh shoot, really? Well, here in California, a lot of people used to tell me that the California driver's license test was extremely easy, and it's like hard to fail or something. But I kid you not, I almost literally failed. Because I started driving like very slowly, and then the driving instructor was like, you gotta hurry the fuck up. You can't just drive at like 20 miles an hour where everybody else is driving at like 40 miles. Because I was like being extremely careful when I first started out. It varies. There were like a couple people, I think in terms of violin, there was a couple people in band that used to play the violin. But it's nice that you're pursuing it, Ash. I hope you studied for it. Unironically, for my California test, I just took a look at the manual and then I was like, it's okay. It's you know what? I think it will be fine. I guess to say, if you live in California, the test might be really easy, so you don't need to study for anything. But I did have a driving instructor, like a teacher to teach me how to drive, so that helped a lot. Most underrated Wiz feature to exist? Hey Lonnie, Club X. Let me see. Underrated Wiz feature? I don't really know. There's not really an underrated Wiz feature other than... It's not like a feature exactly, but I feel like all online games should have this. So, in Wizard 101, there's a way to teleport to other players by using this quote-unquote friend feature. So, there's people out there that stay in one area on like alt accounts, and then you can just like teleport to them by like a click of a button, like at any part of the world whatsoever. So there's some people, like let's say you need to sell something and you don't want to travel all the way over there. You just click the button where like the person is, and then you just teleport over there. I think that's an underrated feature. Yeah, not a whole lot of people know about it. They just travel on foot. But I think it's underrated. Oh, if anybody's wondering right now, I'm drinking like a yogurt drink. It's supposed to be probiotic, or I don't really know what it is exactly, but like it doesn't have like a whole lot of sugar, but it tastes somewhat sweet. And it's supposed to help you digest stuff. So, yeah, is it like my replacement for soda? It doesn't count as like junk food or anything, but it's okay for the most part. Hey Reaper, how's it going, man? Yeah, we're just chatting a little bit about musical instruments and types of songs that people would be, well, that are good at for singing and also well, we're talking about like the driver's exam in California. So I heard that YouTube's implementing like an AI algorithms thing. Oh, and one other thing. For whatever reason, they also implemented a, like for my channel, for whatever reason, they implemented like an auto dubbing thing. So I don't know how that would work, to be honest. So I guess to say, if you go to whatever video I have, then you can play it in like whatever language, and then it will just dub it over. I just saw that email one day where it said, "Oh, you are now enrolled in auto dubbing for your videos." I was like, "What? What the fuck does that mean?" I was like, "Holy crap! Finally, people from other countries can understand what I'm saying." And it's a good and bad thing, I guess. If you're a language channel, then that would suck for you. Off topic, but can you play the card game Hearts? Card game Hearts? What is that? I remember back in high school we used to play a card game. We used to play Blackjack and we used to play 21. Because we had nothing better to do. Yeah, quite literally during lunchtime in high school, we just sat in the back of the school. And then a bunch of freshmen decided to join us, and then it just grew from there. Like, I just find that unironic. We just created our own community. Like, more people just kept joining in and in, like, more and more. And then to a point where I think even the sophomores and then the juniors decided to come join. I mean, it was really annoying. A ton of the freshmen were, I don't know, they were kind of sus. Like they were literally making out and touching each other, which we like. At the time, I was like a junior and transitioning to becoming a senior, and I was like, what the fuck? What is wrong with you guys? Like this ain't a movie. This ain't like a make out point, like a drive-in movie theater or something. Like they were truly doing some disgusting stuff. I like to practice German by watching German gamers. Oh, is that how people try to learn languages nowadays? Like one thing I think most people try to do and they try to emulate is like they'll watch anime in order to try and learn Japanese. but it's just uh I mean it's just I don't think that's how it works. I mean, I guess you could try to learn Japanese from watching anime, but like you really have to like focus on like not the subtitles and actually learn the language. I've never heard of anybody that said I learned Japanese from watching anime before. I play so many card games out of boredom, it's fun though. Oh yeah, me too. When I got nothing better to do, I just play Yu-Gi-Oh! Master Duel. That reminds me, I added like a whole bunch of cards to my collection, and now I just need a whole new binder. Yeah, that's just kind of sucks now. My collection is growing. I need more card binders. Hearts is a pretty simple trick-taking game. Google can probably explain the rules better than me. Oh. Simple trick-taking game. Is that like a street game where you have like the cups and then you shuffle it? Like I kind of want to learn, like not like a hustle type of thing, but I kind of want to learn it. Oh! I see. This is kind of like Mahjong in a way. There's one special card, the Queen of Spades, and it gives 13 penalty points. That is a lot of rules here. But it's an interesting game. Just Google it. The first result that pops up, it says Cards Games IO. Hey Retro! How's it going, man? Hope everybody's doing well, doing good? We're doing okay for the most part. Well, I'm doing okay. I'm normally like really relaxed and chill about it. I've heard people say that, but I doubt they actually did. Yeah, I don't know how people can just can people say I learned a language by watching a show. Like, it doesn't have to be anime, but you could try watching like any show whatsoever. Like maybe a soap opera in a different language, but I doubt people can learn language from that. I'm scarily good. Yeah, it does look pretty good for the most part. I mean, from what I've seen, like right here. There does seem like to be a lot of rules. I'm good? Well, that's good, man. I learned how to speak English watching the show of Life? The Show of Life? What is that about? Show of Life. I've literally never learned any language from watching a show before. Like, when I was a kid, I used to watch... Well, let me see. I'm trying to remember. I mean, the only shows that I did watch were like anime shows, like Naruto, but I've never learned anything from it. Actually, unironically, you know, come to think of it, I've never actually watched any anime, but except for One Piece in Japanese. Like I used to watch Naruto in English. Is that kind of cringe? Do people watch like anime like dubbed, or do they watch it in like Japanese? Because I hear a lot of things when people hear English coming out of like an animated person's, like the animated character, it's weird. Or people think it's like really cringe. Like I'd say for anime, the only anime that I can think of that I like in like the English dub would be JoJo's Bizarre Adventures. That's the only anime I've watched besides One Piece. And I watched it in English. And I thought the dubbing was great. I thought it was okay. Like for English, it doesn't sound cringe at all. It sounds fine. I think I watched what is it? I watched part 2 and I watched part 3. Like, I was just curious one day because people kept making memes of like JoJo. I was like, what is this about? Why do people keep talking about it? I was like, okay, I mean, I might as well try it out. I don't really watch a whole lot of anime, but I'll give it a try. I only know one language and it's English. Oh. Well, that's the best language if you're really fluent in it. I mean, as long as like the majority of people understand you, I don't see a problem in that. I mean, the thing is, like, my parents have lived here for over 20 years now, and they don't really speak English. They don't speak a lick of it. But they are fluent in Cantonese and Mandarin and Vietnamese and Indonesian. So out of those 4 languages, they're able to process like English words. Like, if you ask them a question, maybe they'll give you like a simplified what is it? What do people call it? Chinglish. So it's kind of, I guess it's kind of hard for some people to manage different languages. But there's some people that are able to learn like multiple, but somehow they're able to make it work. And I just can't wrap my head around that. To be able to remember like more than just a handful of languages. I can do sub and dub if it's interesting enough. I don't know, but for One Piece, I'd say that's like the current anime that I watch, and it's the only anime I watch in Japanese. It's just because the dub just sounds kind of. I mean, a lot of people say it's just cringe, and it just is. Like it just I won't lie, it doesn't work. I mean, some characters work, but the majority of it is terrible, man. I prefer anime dub because I like to less understand what they say instead of just reading everything. I mean, if I wanted to read words, I would just pick up a book. Yeah, that's one of the things I don't really do either. I mean, I usually don't like to read books in general. I know that offends some of the bookworms out there. It's like, how dare you, froggies? I like reading blocks of text. I do it every single day. I read through 200 pages of it. But I can sort of get it, at least for me, if it's a guide or something. Maybe you need work around the house, or it's like something to do with a hobby. Then maybe a guide would work, I guess. But nowadays, I don't really read a whole lot of books. Like the only time I've ever read a book recently was about maybe 6 years ago. That was like back in college. I am not a reader. I am not built for that. Oh my god, I forgot about my kitty cat book. I got on my trip and it's about cat behavior and how their minds work and how they communicate with humans. You guys know, this is like a random fun fact, but if you decided to go into the open ocean one day and a shark came up to you, you're not supposed to run away from it. And if you just like rub its snout, you could flip it over and it'll just get dazed and confused. So if you just rotate the shark, then it gets stunned. It's just a random fun fact. It also works with lobsters. I think it has something to do with like the blood rushing to their head, but I'm not entirely too sure. Yeah, but if you do it to a lobster, then they just pass out. But like when they pass out, you gotta remember to like flip them over. Oh, that's one other thing. I saw in I don't know if there's anything that you guys saw on YouTube that would be like the dumbest thing that got recommended to you. But I saw in like a short, it was like recommended to me on the homepage. And it was like literally the dumbest thing I've ever seen. And I knew immediately right away that it was AI slop. It was like created by AI by itself. Like the title was literally, do lobsters feel pain when they're boiled? I was like, it's like, really? I mean, do people not know that every like animal feels pain of some kind? So I'm not sure like what kind of dumb things that you guys seen on YouTube that got recommended to you, but that I think that kind of tops the everything that I've seen so far. I was like, that's so stupid. I can't wrap my head around how there's people in this world who know 20 plus languages and can be fluent in all. My head would explode. Yeah, it's really surprising, but some people are just like really adept at it. There's one channel on YouTube that I saw that he's like more specifically like a Chinese speaking channel, but the guy is essentially Caucasian, and every single time he speaks to, like, let's say he goes to a Chinese restaurant and he speaks Chinese, then the people are like really shocked at it. Like, I just find that stuff really phenomenal. Well, when people get surprised by it, I was like, holy crap, really? Like, it's interesting to me because if you go to Hong Kong, there's a lot of there's a lot of different diversity out there. Maybe it's different than in China, but you'll see a lot of diversity in Hong Kong. Mostly because there's also a lot of British people over there. I know someone who does an accurate and really funny impression of Suzuki Midoriya. I don't know who that is. But that's great though. I love Zoro's dub actor. He definitely fits the character. There's some characters that I think could do really well, but it just like some parts they just kind of take you out of it, and they're like, why is he talking like that? Like the voice doesn't fit. Like I was enjoying the episode, and now all of a sudden I have to deal with the very slow pacing. I have to watch like 1,000 episodes of this show, and then after all that, it just it's like is it really worth watching? Brain rot is the dumbest stuff to ever be recommended on my FYP. I don't even get 90% of them, nor do they even exist, but it's weird. I swear to God, every single time, I go down the YouTube homepage and I just click recommend me fewer shorts, and they just kept recommending me even more shorts. Like, I want to stop watching the brain rot, but it's so difficult not to. Like, it's like right there every single time I go on YouTube. Like, I know I don't have to, but it's just like the curiosity in me is just wondering what the video or like the short is about, even if it's like really stupid. I know shorts are like really bad for you. Like, it kind of stunts your attention span, but God, it's just so difficult. It's becoming TikTok. Wait, I didn't know there were a lot of British people in China. Is there any particular reason for that? Well, there used to be a thing in Hong Kong where it was under British control, and it was only until about in the year like '97 that they decided to have their own independence, where Britain was like, you know, we'll let you guys do whatever you want. We'll let you guys be your own country now. And that's been the way it's sort of been for the longest time. So for any of the people that were under British rule, they probably still live there. Is that like is that like not common sense? I mean, not common sense. I thought it was like something that most people knew about. Maybe not. Like, I didn't know about it until I watched like a movie one time. I forgot what it was called. Um, it was like a Jackie Chan movie, and it took place in Hong Kong. But I forgot what the movie was about and what the title is. But that's the only reason why I know about it, and also after knowing about it, I did a little bit of research. The shorts are endless. Their allure is too strong. Yeah, they are. It's definitely too strong. I really have to like lay off the stuff, like so much so that it's almost addictive. So, as much as my soda addiction is. I was kind of wondering. So how long guys like take to get a haircut? Because for me, I've been growing my hair out for the past 6 months or so, and so far I don't really know when I need a haircut. Because it's like it's gotten to the point where my the ends of my hair are like curling up, and I'm pretty sure that's normal or so. But it's also gotten to the point where sometimes whenever I talk, I get a little strand of hair in my mouth. So it's not like falling out or anything. But I don't know when the point of having too much hair is actually too much. Oh wait, hold on. Let me drink something. I'd say maybe back when I had like shorter hair, I maybe got like a haircut every 3 months or so, just to keep it shorter. But one thing that I've seen people always say is that if you happen to cut your hair, or maybe you shave a lot, then it's gonna grow stronger and it's gonna grow darker. So I don't know how true that is. Have you guys ever heard of that myth? Like if you keep shaving and you keep like cutting your hair, and it's gonna keep growing and it's gonna get darker. Essentially, it's sort of like becoming stronger in a way. Well, like the way I think of it is like there's a guy that there used to be like a show on I think it was like A&E or something. It's like superhuman people that have like superhuman powers. Like there was a guy that had a really strong finger, and he used to kept bashing his finger into coconuts like repeatedly just for it to get stronger. So now if he ever wanted to drink like a coconut, he just sticks his finger into a coconut. Like a like he just literally stabs it with his finger. So that's the way I think of it. Like if you keep cutting your hair, you keep shaving it, then it's gonna keep growing and it's gonna get longer and stronger or something. I get a few inches cut off, split ends suck. Yeah, they really do. Like I just don't know how to manage that. I guess I probably do have to like cut off like the ends. Though I will say a lot of people, whenever I go out and take a walk nowadays, they don't really bat an eye, and they don't really, I don't know, they don't really talk or like say anything about it. Which I think is interesting. Because early on when I started growing my hair out, people were like, "Dude, you should get a haircut." I was like, okay. I mean, I'll just keep growing it. I just want to see how it goes. I want to see where it ends up. I've never had anybody that used to say, you know, you should like blatantly just say to my face, you should get a haircut. I'm also growing my hair out just for the sake of having long hair at least once in my life. I gotta say it's miserable. Longer hair is so high maintenance. I honestly think it is. Like I like every day I feel like I take a lot more time like in the shower, and then I shampoo it, and then I condition it, and then you know I have to like iron out like the what is it, like the messy strands, and then I have to like comb it just for it to be straighter. So it takes a little bit more time. There's definitely a lot more maintenance to it. Maybe I should get like a longer hair for the model. That's something I'm kind of considering. Just to match my current look. Let me see. What else did I have? Oh, that reminds me. I was browsing the Malware Bytes subreddit it just kind of came up, and I figured I might as well uninstall a few programs. So I saw a post there that said that supposedly 48% of Android users have been scammed. And I was like, I was extremely skeptical about it. That's like saying over half of the people like in the chat have gotten scammed. Like, do you guys believe that? There's like 48% of Android users that have gotten scammed in the past. Like either through by clicking on phishing links, or what is it? Or maybe not just like phishing links, but they've been like misled by by like scam promotions and all that sort. Because the thing is, I have an Android phone, and I've never clicked on a phishing link. I've never done anything that would entice people to steal my info. So 48% was like a high jump for me. That's like saying all the Apple users are extremely smart and they've never gotten scammed before. What job is your sister leaving the singer in Hong Kong? I'm surprised her boss is supporting her on this decision. Well, she's gonna pursue becoming a singer, which I think is a pretty bold decision. And her boss was like, you know what, if that's what you want to do, I'm gonna I'm gonna let you live there for a year and see how it works. So then her old job is kind of, she was like, hey, you want my old job? And I was like, I mean, I think I'm happy with my job. So the thing is, like, she used to, well, I shouldn't say she used to. She works as like an accountant, and she works for like a honey processing business. So she essentially crunches the numbers and she does the math and she fills in the Excel sheets just so that everything's like in order, and then you have like the checks and balances and all that sort. So she does that for hours on end. But the thing with her job is that it's the most flexible thing, cuz her boss is extremely chill about it. But the thing is, like, her boss is also her friend. So so she kind of technically got really lucky. But the thing with her job is that she also she doesn't, what's the word she doesn't work like from like 9 to 5. She kind of sits on the computer and then maybe watches movies on the side, or like watches shows while she's like filling out Excel sheets. So she has her own office by herself. So she has to like drive into the office, and it's only her. But like the other workers or the other employees are at a different office. So it kind of works a lot to your advantage, as long as you have friends in high places. Okay, that makes sense now. Nepotism is definitely real. I've never heard of that. What does nepotism mean? That number is inflated as fuck. It's just a scare tactic. Yeah, I really think so. There's just no way 48% of Android users would get scammed. Like, I really think that number is much lower. Because if it is 48%, then I have really no optimism for the future. in terms of where people are headed. I'm just saying, you know, if the number keeps growing, if it is possible, and we're kind of in a, well, we're kind of in a bad spot. But it isn't to say that people are getting dumber, though. I just think that, I don't know. What do you guys think? Do you guys think that people are getting naturally less intelligent? Because I wouldn't say that. I'd say maybe like when it comes to like the later generations nowadays, they're becoming more aware of technology. So like it's kind of like babies coming out and then they're able to recognize something and be able to use it. Sort of like iPad kids. Like you don't even have to tell them how it works and then they just figure it out. Like I feel like at a certain point it's kind of just ingrained in people's DNA almost. But yeah, my sister so far she's gonna try and pursue a singing career in Hong Kong for a year or so. And I do hope it works well for her. I don't know. Let me see. Let me ask you guys this. If you guys had an opportunity to live anywhere else in the world besides the US, like which would you guys pick? Like I always have some sort of leaning skepticism towards like living elsewhere besides the US because I'm always afraid of different diseases. Because if I were to go, let's say like Chile. Oh, and there's like one thing that was like very surprising. I don't know if I should bring this out. A lot of people would probably cringe at this. But I watched like a video of how there's people that were raising mosquitoes. And it's like inside a factory. They like mass produce them. But it's all for like the. It's all for like a. Like, I know it sounds. It sounds like. It's. I know it sounds stupid, but the thing is, the reason why they're growing a whole bunch of mosquitoes is that they're trying to lower the infection rate of like other mosquitoes, like the spread of malaria. So they're raising like super mosquitoes, and they're planning on like releasing those mosquitoes to infect the like more mosquitoes, and then it's gonna decrease the rate of malaria or something. So yeah, there's like some countries right now that are implementing the practice of it by implementing these mosquitoes. But in a way they're still spreading the mosquitoes. They're just reducing the risk of disease. So I'm always kind of afraid of going elsewhere besides the US and then maybe getting some sort of tropical disease. I'm just saying, okay? Maybe I'm not used to that sort of thing. Germany 100%. You know, to be honest, Germany sounds okay. I mean, it sounds perfectly fine, at least to me. The only thing I really know about Germany is probably they make really good chocolate, right? Or are they known for other things too? People are also equating emotions to intelligence regardless of the validity of facts. If you say it with a passion, Pope will say crash out and turn off their already atrophied brains. Like, there's a really good movie that I recommend people, well, to give it a watch, but I think it's like a good fun watch if you're interested in that sort of thing. The and I think I said this before, but it's the movie called Idiocracy. Idiocracy. Like it's not extremely realistic, but a lot of stuff there is kind of ingrained in people's minds, like advertising and well, mass producing certain things and people being addicted to the things in the future. There's a lot of lessons to be learned, but one of them is that supposedly like I don't want to get into like the can of worms here, but one of the topics they touch on like very briefly is that less intelligent people have kids more often. So the less intelligent kids, less intelligent people, they have kids, and then those are less intelligent, and then it branches off to the like more or less intelligent kids, while those at the top that are like extremely intelligent, they tend to have less kids, mainly because they're planning, and then they need to think about like securing their funds or like money, and like how much it could actually take to raise a kid. So that was like one of the topics they kind of touched up upon, like, but really, really, really fast. But the movie itself is really good. I think my favorite scene in that movie, not to spoil it or spoil everything, but the only known place that people shop at is Costco. So in the future, all the Costco's turn into schools, but also shopping districts. So if you go into the Costco, it spans like 10 football fields, and there's like there's like different stores within the Costco too. And then inside, there's also greeters that say, well, every single time you enter a Costco, they'll say, "Welcome to Costco. I love you." Like it's really extremely exaggerated, but it's a good movie. If you ever wanted to have like a maybe like 2 hours of your time. What are some of your fondest childhood memories, either as a kid or in high school? I'd say maybe I don't really know. I don't really have like that fond of memories in as a kid or high school. I'm trying to think of some, but nothing is like really coming to mind. Cuz I don't know, as a kid other kids weren't exactly friendly to me, but they never really bothered me either. Like I was more of like the social outcast in middle school and high school. I know it sounds like kind of I know it's kind of stupid, but Froggies, if you're introverted and you were like a social outcast, how are you able to talk to people? I don't know. It's just like a natural thing, or like a thing that I kind of had to learn. But it's not that I'm like socially awkward or anything. I can go out and make conversations and talk to people just fine. I just tend to keep to myself a whole lot. But let me see. Oh, I remember in middle school I got to go to Disneyland, and then I found out the Coca-Cola there was $5. And then the food was like really overpriced. And one of the rides I took on was what is it? It's a Small World. I don't know if they still have that, or is like is it's like extreme. It's like offensive to small people, but back when I wrote it, it was still there. But yeah, that's probably like off the top of my head, probably the fondest memory I've had. Because it's the closest thing I've ever got to maybe talking to people more than like more than just like during recess. Germany is also insanely rich. Is it really? I wonder what's the richest country. I know there's something called the GDP, right? What's the highest GDP? Oh, maybe it's different because GDP is economic growth. Or is it the same? That's honestly not bad when it comes to Germany though. If you go to a country where people are rich, then you'll more than likely make lots of money too. Not exactly guaranteed, but I'm pretty sure that if most people make a lot of money, I'm pretty sure you can make a lot of money too. Oh, what else? What do you guys think is like the scariest place to live? I know we probably talked about this, but some people used to say a haunted hospital. Like it doesn't have to be a specific place, but I'd say the probably the most scariest place, at least for me, to live would have to be maybe in the ocean. I'm just saying, because the ocean is virtually undiscovered. At least the vast majority of it. Like, have you guys ever tried going to the bottom of the ocean? Not a lot of people know what's down there. And it's really hard to get down there. But it's one of the things that, at least for me, the fear of the unknown is probably worse. Have you always preferred to keep to yourself growing up? It doesn't that feel kind of lonely? No, not really. I know it sounds weird, but I've never had like the notion where Froggy's I maybe I gotta go make some friends. I gotta what is it? I gotta go hang out with people. Like I've never been like socially like you know how people have you guys ever seen like other kids back then that used to hang out with each other in like groups? They used to walk home in groups. They used to maybe chat during recess in groups or play in groups. I never really wanted to be a part of that. like like it has nothing to do with the whole hive mind thing or has nothing to do with peer pressure or that. I just don't really want to get into to having a whole bunch of friends because it's not about the quantity, it's about the quality, right? Right, it's kind of better to have one really good friend than it is to have a maybe like 10 friends that will always ask you for favors or ask you for money or ask you for what is it? Besides favors or money, maybe ask you for well, I don't know. Maybe just some friend that just takes advantage of you. That's always the way I think of things. I'd rather have like friends that I can not just like count on, but maybe close friends that I keep to like a close knit niche. Like I'm not like extroverted in that way, so I guess I'm just hardwired to believe that the desert is worse. You're not you're spot on the money when it comes to the desert. I can't really think of anything in terms of maybe being in the desert and anything going well for you. Like there's virtually nothing that I can think of in the desert that's that's good. Maybe cactus. I think cactus are good, right? Or cacti. They have water at least. But it's just I guess it kind of does suck to live in a desert now that I think about it. How many friends do you think you have right now that you will have will be your friends for life? Let me see. It's kind of funny, but I can count on I can count on one hand. I'd say right now it's about 4. Well, let me see. Well, actually 2. 2. 2. I'd say 2. Alright. I know I went back on that really quickly, but 4 I was kind of thinking there. But I'd say 2. Alright. Right now it's just 2. It used to be 3. Alright, it used to be 3. Actually, it used to be 4. It used to be 4. Because I had a friend of 3 years that I thought I could count on them. But they kind of just didn't really see it as a friendship. They just kind of saw it as something else. Yeah, I had a... I think I've said this story before, but they used to... They used to work with me on YouTube stuff, and I thought they would, I thought they would be with me for a long time. But they only cared about me growing. And they only ever cared about me, like, actually, like the whole YouTube numbers and inflating it, and having like a lot of people in the Discord, and having what is it like you only cared about numbers. So I was kind of sad to see that. I thought he cared more about just like hanging out or something, but I guessed wrong. And I was like so heartbroken because he just did that. Like, we were friends for 3 years, and I couldn't believe that and for whatever reason, he just went out of my life, like, without even saying a word. Like, that broke my heart, man. So it was 4, and then it went down to 3. And then for the third one, I thought I had a really good friend. And I cared about them like a family member, like a sibling. But like a little sibling. But it turns out I didn't really... Well, I messed up and I didn't... Well, I didn't fit like the whole wholesome thing. Being like a good friend. And maybe like the things that I said wasn't exactly like good for... What is it? Good to say around like their other friends. So it definitely hurt me a lot because I really thought of them as like a little sibling. That also broke my heart too. But you know what? It's okay. It's been some time since that. So yeah, now it's only 2. But if there's others that come along, it would have to take a little bit more time. And it would have to take time for for me to really trust people. I don't know. How long would it take for you guys to trust people? So that YouTube guy was a clout chaser and he left because you wanted to do YouTube as a hobby? That's messed up. No. In the beginning, they were okay. They offered me... They were like, hey... Froggies, if you want like a good computer setup, I can give you mine to make like better content. That was like one of the sweetest things that I've seen somebody like offer me, like their computer setup. Well, their old computer setup because they were getting a new one, but they were like, yeah, you can have this, and I was like, no, man, I'd rather earn it. I'd rather do it on my own. So that's exactly what I did. I bought my own PC and I upgraded on my own. I don't really like it when people buy me stuff. I don't really want it when people give me stuff either. But they were really nice. Somewhere along the lines though, they just kind of, I don't know, they just kind of got, I don't know, that mentality of, well, somewhere along the lines they changed. Or maybe the longer they were, the more they kind of just, well, became more of somebody else. Or grew into themselves. My trust is innocent until proven guilty. I see through bullshit fast. Well, I can believe you. Reaper is the human lie detector. Oh, wait. So you knew this person in real life and he just ghosted you? No. He was just my sort of like, you know how there's some people that you can rely on, and you call them, you know, like the right hand man. He was kind of, he was that. It was somebody that I can count on. Well, in terms of like talking and like asking them, like, does this thumbnail look good? Or does this like, what is it? Does this video look good? Are there like parts where I can fix it? Or maybe there's some things that I feel like, hey, maybe I could improve. Like in the beginning, it was good, but then like longer, like way longer down the line, they were just really annoyed by it. Every single time I would just give them a thumbnail, or every time I give them like ask for feedback, they would be like, "Nah, it's just fine, man. Just upload it. Just do it. It's just the fucking same. It doesn't matter. Like just do it. Just upload it." So I don't know what happened. Like it just like it kind of somewhere fell through. Somewhat something. But I don't know. I've never really ghosted anyone personally. I just think that's a rude thing to do. Like I only knew about ghosting until recently. I was like, what does ghosting mean? So people, if you just don't talk to them and you just like you go away, that means like ghosting or something. But I don't know. I never really would ghost anybody. Like if I think somebody's like really odd, or I think they're creepy or something, I just tend to just tell them straight up that it's just, you know, it's just not something that I'm not like cool with. But I don't know. I'm just like I would never ghost anybody. I'll talk to you first. Like I'll give you like opportunities, and then I'll like if you like say let's say you messed up maybe once or twice. I'll be like, hey man, you know you gotta stop doing that, otherwise we're gonna have problems. I'm not gonna like straight out tell people that, hey, you know, I don't like that, you need to go away. I'll give people opportunities. I give people lots of chances. Hey Arkel, how's it going, man? I saw you draw the beach sketch. It looks really amazing, man. I'm pretty sure that was you. Yeah, I really like how the background, like like the figures really, it really works with the foreground too. Like it's just it's just it looks really nice. Like even without color. How long did that take you to draw? Yep, I drew it. Oh, I gotta go. See you later. Hey, have a good night, Aura Kitty. Sleep tight. You seem like a very chill guy. Have you ever gotten pissed at anyone for anything? No, not really. Trying to think of at a time when I actually did get pissed at somebody. Like I don't know. I just don't get pissed at anybody. Like even if you go out to if I go out to like let's say a retail store, or I go to McDonald's, or I go to Wendy's, like I don't really get pissed at anybody. Like I'm willing to wait for 20 minutes for people to get my order, and I'm like, okay, take your time, man. That's fine. Like I don't know. I understand what people are going through. So I don't really I don't really harp on the notion of, hey, you need to hurry up or anything. Not everyone that goes away is ghost. Some of them are just beating. Yeah. First thing I've drawn on my tablet, like 30 minutes. What the fuck? Really? 30 minutes to draw that? How do people draw so fast? It takes me like 2 hours just to draw something to sketch it out. And then like color it in. Well, actually, it takes me like 2 hours. Well, it takes me 1 hour to draw it. And then like maybe 30 minutes to 45 minutes to color it. But it's like really messy coloring. I don't get how people can draw that fast. I am the exact opposite. I'm very impatient and judgmental person. I don't know. For me, I find it to be very difficult to be judgmental. Although some people say I can be very blunt. Like I had a close friend one time that used to say that I know you're being very blunt, but it doesn't give you the right to say that. Which to be fair, they were right about it. You know, they also said I wasn't like socially aware of things, which is very true. Like I can be like socially unaware of most things. Like I can talk about something and then some people would be like that's offensive or that isn't like morally correct to say. And I'd be like I don't know. I didn't know. So that's something that I have. That's a flaw. I think communication is one of the most important things. So if someone doesn't relay a message saying they might be late or anything, I get pretty annoyed because it's so easy to just be honest. Well, to be fair, I also get the same way. Well, not pissed, but I kind of get a little annoyed. Okay, I'd say maybe the closest thing, and this is reasonable. I think a lot of people don't really... I think a lot of people might get annoyed by their parents, and I think this is just like common sense. But out of every single family member, my mom annoys me the most. Literally everything she does annoys me. Like I'm like straight to the punch. Like skip the preambles type of person. But whenever she asks me for a favor, she has to go on like a 30-minute talking session just explaining like before what she has to do and then after and then like why this is. But for me, I'm just the type of person that's like, if you need a favor from me, what is it? Just say it. You know, you don't have to tell me about like the whole backstory of it all. And then like if you do that, I'll give you an answer and I'll help you with it. And I swear, every single family member besides my mom, like they aren't like her. So she's the only one that's able to tick all the boxes in terms of somebody that does annoy me. My dad doesn't annoy me. Alright, I think he's pretty chill. And I can't say for like everybody, but some parents maybe kind of depends. Maybe your dad might annoy you, or maybe your mom might annoy you. But for me, it's my mom. And I like to think that I'll be honest. I'm more like my dad. I think I got my dad's attitude and personality. But I also got my mom's, what is it? Like, you know how like moms have like motherly instincts? So for me, I have like that sort of thing too, where I'm like more, what's the word for it? Caring. So it's I want to say I have like the like some things from my parents, but not like everything. What about you guys? Are you guys are you guys like more like your dad, or are you guys more like your mom? Let me get a like a sip of something first. Oh, actually, now that I think about it, there was one time in college where there was like one person that really annoyed me, and I talked about this. It was the guy that really wanted to be my friend, so he kept asking me questions in between class sessions. So, like, I had maybe like 30 minutes at the time, like in between classes. So there was a sort of like a basement downstairs in this one building that people can go down and then they could just sit down there and maybe relax or do whatever. So I would sit there, and then there'd be like this one guy that would come over, and they always just tell me, "Hey, what are you doing? Like, what classes are you taking? Hey, I see that on the screen. What are you doing? What type of game do you like playing? What type of anime do you want to watch?" And I literally kid you not, he would just keep talking over and over and keep asking me 24 questions, like the game. It's just like nonstop. The guy doesn't, like, he didn't have a single opinion whatsoever. He would just keep telling me, he just keep asking me questions. He would never speak his own mind. And that's what annoyed me the most. So I'd say probably that's the only other person in my life that has ever annoyed me. I'd say I'm honestly a good mix of both my mom and dad. However, they both annoy me equally. Damn, oh wow, you got like the bad hand then. Like my sister, my brother, they never annoy me. Not even my dad annoys me. It takes a lot to bother me to an extent. What happened to that guy? Did he finally get the message and leave you alone and start bugging someone else? Well, I said to him, I think I said to him one time, he's like, "Hey, can you just leave me alone?" I was like, "Fine, dude. It's like you wanted to hang out or something." I was like, "Yeah, sure, you can hang out, but you gotta quit asking me questions. Just like talk as a normal person." And I think he did. He got the message. So I remember he still kept like sitting next to me, but he never talked to me at all. He would just sit there like next to me. And I was like, looking stuff maybe on my laptop or looking stuff at my phone. He would just like sit like right next to me by my side. I was like, just a little weird, but sure, whatever. I guess maybe he needs a friend. So he literally stopped talking, but he was still present. He still, I don't know. It's like really weird arrangement, but he just kept sitting next to me for throughout the entirety of my 4 years or so. Well, and then transferring. Well, 3 years, and then transferring to university. So yeah, that was probably the most annoying person that I've ever met. Let me see. What else do I have? Hmm. Actually, let me get a sip of water. I've been eating. I've been eating. I've been drinking like quite a bit of my yogurt. It's like the drinkable kind, and I hadn't had a sip of water in a bit. you got any goals or anything you want to accomplish in life or by a certain age? I thought about it, but but I think I said this before. There was a certain quote where it was like in a TV show where there was a guy that said, do you ever wonder do you ever worry about if anything good was gonna happen to you?" And then the guy responds, nothing ever happened." And wait, I'm getting this wrong. Hold on, let me try and remember. Oh, now I remember. So the guy was like, "Do you ever feel like nothing good is ever gonna happen to you?" And then the other guy responds, "Yeah, nothing did, so what?" So, I feel like at a certain age, like I want to be able to pursue and accomplish something in my life, but I haven't really figured that out yet. And I know, well, I don't think anybody ever really figures out what they really want to do in life. Because the thing about life is like full of surprises, and then when you get into a hobby, then you want to start pursuing that. So, in terms of accomplishing anything, it kind of depends. Maybe the closest thing I want to get to someday is maybe becoming like a, what is it? Well, I don't know. It's kind of difficult. Maybe... Oh. Oh, that's... Actually, maybe I want to get really good at art. Maybe good at drawing. That's something I want to accomplish. Maybe have like a piece of art be put into a museum. Maybe not a museum of modern art, but probably just like in a regular museum. What about you guys? Is there like anything you guys want to try and accomplish in your life that you haven't done yet? I think besides maybe art, I don't really want to pursue singing. That's not something I want to do. I kind of just want to keep that as a hobby. I can't imagine becoming a singer though. Because you would have to create songs and then you have to like sing them. Do you ever want to have kids? Oh yeah, I want to have kids someday. Why? Who wouldn't want to have kids? I mean, I know a couple people that don't, but of course I want to have kids. Why not? I think that's probably like a 50-50 split, whether people want to have kids or not. I think maybe... I don't know, like for me right now, the way I think of having kids is like maybe when I have like enough money and I also have like everything more streamlined, and that's when a point when I can actually have kids or afford to have them. Hey Angel, how's it going? How you been, man? Oh, whoops. Oh, I almost fell in my chair. I was trying to do a tricky maneuver. I always sit with my legs like down, and I wanted to go with my legs crossed. Good, just popping in to say hi. Nice. I'm glad you're doing well, man. Yeah, how's the server going? Is that still holding up, or do you guys have to find like a new place for it? What do you think? Do you think you'd be a good dad? What are some rules you had for them? Unironically, I think maybe kind of depends. Like I'd say I'd be a decent dad, but I'd end up being I end up like spoiling the kids too much. So I don't know. Like if they were to ask me, "Hey dad, can I get ice cream or something, or can I get the toy at like Walmart or like Target or something, or can I get like Pokemon cards or Yu-Gi-Oh cards or something?" I can't say no. I can't say no. I'm just the dad that always says yes. What's your type in a girl? I don't know. I don't have a type. As long as they ain't skanks. Was that like an out-of-pocket answer? I'd say as long as they're, you know, they got their whole life together. Like they're a decent person. That's about it. And maybe if they're blonde, that's a bonus. So you prefer apple or pumpkin pie? I prefer apple. I don't know if anybody would choose pumpkin. Is Angel the pumpkin eater? I have a feeling that you like pumpkins, Angel. I don't know. Pumpkins just doesn't do it for me. There's always hype whenever people go to Starbucks and then they ask for like pumpkin spice lattes. I don't know why they think that tastes good. I think they it tastes nasty. I don't quite get it. I don't know. Pumpkins just kind of taste. I don't know. It tastes like sour melons. Pumpkin pie is not that great. I don't know why that food exists. Both are good. They are not good. I will die on the hill and say pumpkin pie tastes nasty. Is that apple pie? Sure. Cherry pie? Sure. But pumpkin though, no. I think of the same way people whenever they say like, what is it? Peanut butter has to be on everything. Like they say peanut butter has to be on chips. Like I don't know why people think that, but there's some weird combinations people come up with. Oh, that reminds me. I saw like a commercial one time. I think it was Kit Kats or I think it was Hershey's. They decided to put M&Ms inside the Hershey's bars. This was like way back, and I think it's still a thing in other countries, but I don't know why they would think that's a good idea. Like to me, it's just chocolate inside chocolate, right? But I guess if you like the crunch of it, you know, you like the chocolate crunch, and then, but I think it's better to probably just like put nuts in it. I don't know why they think that's a good idea. They are good. I will fight you on this. I'll drain your pond. No, don't drain the pond. My pond only has so much water. It doesn't have a whole lot. Green pumpkin blows? Yeah, it really does. See, even the chat agrees, Angel. You're kind of the lone wanderer on this one. Hey, Flame Bro. How's it going? Low-key supposed to be asleep, but I can chat a little. Nice. Yeah, we're just talking about apple pie or pumpkin pie. I don't know what you like, Flame Bro. But the chat is united against some people in the chat right now. We do not agree that pumpkin pie is good. Apple pie. Yes, that's a good man right there. See, that's somebody that knows their pies. That's somebody that knows what they're talking about. Apple pie. I tried that Flamin' Hot Cheetos and milk combination when that trend was going around. It was surprisingly really good. I don't know how. There's a lot of people that I've looked at, like, shorts, and there's like they have like food hacks. I remember one time there's like somebody that wanted to make Mountain Dew, and I think they mixed Sprite with ginger ale. and they called it like the Mountain Dew hack or something. I just think like it's kind of stupid, but if you wanted Mountain Dew, just go out and buy it. Like if you the thing is, if you combine two sodas, you already spent more than enough money to make the Mountain Dew. Why not just buy the soda? It's not a hack. I was like, that's a stupid hack. I mean, I guess if you want to be like your own mixologist or your scientific discoveries or whatnot, I guess you can. I can appreciate both. Pumpkin pie is great. It's yummy. See, pumpkin is healthier. Yeah, it's healthier for people who needs to lose weight. You ever thought of that? But for us thin people, we get to eat all the apple pie and it tastes much sweeter. See, apple pie is for people who want to indulge and enjoy life. Pumpkin pie is the type you need to like eat on like Weight Watchers or something. Pumpkin pie is like whenever you go home, your mom is like, yeah, we don't have any apples. Look, you got an F on your report card today? No apple pie for you. You're getting the pumpkin pie. Like, you can argue that it's better than getting no pie, but like, I don't know. I can't gain weight. I literally can't either. As ironic as it sounds. Like, I've like in the longest time ever since I was a kid, I can never gain weight. Like, it's just something to do with my metabolism. It's like the frog genes. Like, have you guys ever heard of like a fat frog before? Like, they don't exist. Fat toads exist, but fat frogs do not exist. Froggy, do you wash your rice? No, I don't eat rice. That's disgusting, man. Who eats rice? I don't like eating that stuff, man. That shit's disgusting. I've eaten like that when I was a kid, and it like for 20 years non-stop, and I just did not like it. What, you're Asian and you hate rice? Rice is delicious? No, that shit's disgusting, man. What the fuck? It's the same thing when people say I like spam. I don't get it. I don't like eating rice. Like, every point when people offer me eating rice, okay, I kid you not. Anytime I go out to an Asian restaurant, or like a cafe or whatever that's like Asian oriented, I will always order the tuna fish sandwich or a BLT. I'm literally not kidding. While everybody else orders rice or they order like noodles or something, I'm like 10 out of 10 times if I go out, I'm not gonna I'm not gonna I'm not gonna eat rice. Why would I do that? We have rice at home. I caught some reasonably fat frogs. Really? What color were they? I know some frogs could be toxic though. Some humans think that they can touch anything and then it can go unscathed. But you need to realize that some frog skins, we can be toxic whenever we want to. Yeah, our skin is relatively moist. We do not do skincare, but that's how we can keep our skin relatively pure. I love rice, but it's such a good base for sauce toppings. There's so much delicious meat that can be made with it. Have you ever tried biryani? It's the best Indian rice dish. I don't know. I've never really tried anything with like rice before. It's just like disgusting to me. Oh my god, am I autocorrect? My autocorrect! Greenish yellow with black spots. We have lots of them at the lake. They're leopard frogs. Oh! Oh, I see. They have black spots. But that's interesting. I've never heard of like green, yellow with black spots before. You know, one day I hope that the frogs uprising will come, and then there's gonna be like super soldier frogs. Eventually, the frogs will rule the day. Not the world, but the day. Maybe we might evolve to become even bigger. Froggy, when are you gonna get a female frog? I don't know, it's kind of weird whenever I bring out, like, whenever I show the other bald form. Wait, have I ever done that on the stream? For some people that are, like, newer? Raccoons are better, in my opinion. Yeah. Wait, what? Raccoons are better? Who said that? The frog revolution failed. They all croaked. Yeah, we got stopped in the movie Frogs. Yeah, luckily we had the help with our other animal brethren. We did rule like a peninsula though. But that was as far as the revolution got. One year the leopard frogs were overpopulated and you couldn't walk at night without kicking them. It was like wading through a sea of frogs. Yeah, but I can argue the same way that the humans are populating too. I think there should be a lot more frogs. Gotta share the space with us, man. Can't hog all the space. Now there must be something you're not telling me. Your parents must have not been good chefs because there are generally so many delicious rice dishes. Dude, I'm literally not kidding. I do not like eating rice. Like I've eaten that for the past 20 years. It has nothing to do with my parents saying that cooking stuff. I do not enjoy eating rice. It is the most despicable, deplorable, horrendous grain that I've ever had the pleasure of not eating or want to eat. So much so that I'm bringing out the big vocabulary words. Froggy, are we ever gonna see a little frog buddy gonna grow up? Maybe someday, if I find the right frog. And also if this frog gets the fuck out of my head. Yeah, the frog is staying. It's just the way that it is. That's the sad part. But he's kind of just here to hang out. What about Rice Krispie Squares? Hey, Merlin. Okay, that's not bad. I used to enjoy Rice Krispie Squares, so it's you're right about that. That's actually not terrible. I do enjoy Rice Krispie Squares, but that's like a small thing. I'm literally not kidding. I used to eat Rice Krispie Squares a lot. That's like a loophole. But I can't imagine that though. Like, how did I don't know. Like Asian people, there's like one thing that I've seen people eat as well. What is it? I think it's called like bulldog or something. Bulldog ramen. It's supposed to be extremely hot, but a lot of like Asian people really like eating that. That and sriracha sauce. I don't know. I'm not like particularly into that sort of thing. It's not because I like to be different. It has nothing to do with that. It's just like you grow up eating Asian food for 20 years, you don't really want to eat it for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. Like I'm just like an all around the world type of guy. But mostly like Mexican food. Alright, I enjoy tacos. Well, maybe it's not Mexican. Burritos. I'm sure quesadillas. That sort of thing. That's probably my favorite. Oh, and grilled cheese. Grilled cheese isn't Mexican, but it's something I like having a lot. It's very comforting. I don't like desserts very much. I prefer savory to sweet. Honestly, you're true on that. I'm not a dessert heavy type of guy. I think I've said this like a long while ago, but I do not have a sweet tooth. The only sweet thing that I would ever eat or consume, I mean, is probably just pop or soda. But recently, I've started eating more cereal and also consuming ice cream. Like, that's just so that I can get my intake of sugar so that I don't get like extremely tired. Like I'm just doing that as like a cheating type of thing. Just to have a little bit of it. But in general, I don't crave desserts. I don't crave muffins, cupcakes, none of that. Is that weird? Froggy, if you're bald in real life, I remember you saying that you are. Then why does your avatar have hair and aren't frogs bald? What? When did I say I was bald? I never went bald in real life. Frogs aren't bald. Oh wait, I remember now. I remember I got a haircut one time and okay, I remember. That was like a really long time ago. But I remember I shaved like, I want to say almost bald, but there was like still hair. And I did that for like the 7 days to die stream. I'm pretty sure that's when I started having like the bald avatar. I swear I didn't remember that you are. No, I don't have. I'm not bald. I have like long hair. Like I have like a longer hair. I just like grew it. Like, most people might not like long hair, but like, as a guy, I think it's like a nice experiment. I just want to see what it's like. And so far, like, you would think that there would be, like, a lot of differences, but, like, the only thing that with long hair is just the maintenance. Like, it just takes a little longer to wash your hair, and then, you know, shampoo it, condition it. But other than that, there's virtually no differences. At least to me, I can't really find any differences. You would think it gets hotter during summer, but it like my hair acts as like a small umbrella. Like it keeps the heat away. Like I know it sounds weird, but it's true. Like if you have long hair, your hair acts as like an umbrella, and it kind of absorbs the heat. I got long hair in real life. Well, what are your experiences on it? Because I don't really find it like hot at all. Well, besides maybe like sometimes maybe a strand of hair might fall out. And then, you know, my hair might sometimes get caught in my mouth. Like a small strand. Like I haven't really found any problems with it. Alright, let me see. What else do I have to talk about? Well, before that, let me take like a sip of water. I've been yapping for like the whole hour and a half. And I gotta hydrate a little bit. I wonder whoever said you should hydrate. I remember that's like a meaning, but I don't know where's the origin of that. Remember, guys, hydrate. It's amazing, to be honest. I've never considered cutting it. It's changed my life. I don't know. I don't think I can ever go back to short hair. I just think it's just too like it just has like a lot of benefits. I don't really find any negatives. Other than maybe just the increased time to like shampoo and condition it. Okay. I think maybe I can like call it for now. At least I can call it a night. I kind of want to stream like a little bit like less in terms of how much I spend time. Because I kind of want to maybe like work on editing videos. And the one I'm putting out is maybe more, well, more intensive, but I feel like I feel like it's a really good video. I don't know. Because recently I've been playing a lot of old like online games, and I've been trying to find out like why some of the old online games aren't as like successful, or a lot of people stop playing them. So I thought it'd be like a fun idea to explore. It's more maintenance, it gets tangled and frizzy, and it's very thick, but it's worth it. I hate having short hair. Honestly, you are right about that. Short hair, I just think I can never go back to having short hair. Oh. What happened? Oh. The music froze there for a sec. Alright. Well, I think I'm gonna call it here. I need to actually like work on videos, or get a little bit of time to do so. And I also want to try and cut back on streaming just a little bit. But tomorrow we're gonna have Kingdom Hearts, and I don't know how far we are, but we might have like maybe a couple more worlds left, and I think I think I know we haven't done like there's like maybe a couple. Well, I don't know, maybe like a couple more things, maybe like book pages that we need to gather. But we have that tomorrow, so yeah. What else? Community game night is on Sunday if anybody's interested. This week we have Jackbox and Gardic Phone, so look forward to that. But otherwise, I'm gonna go eat some dinner, maybe work on editing, and yeah. Thank you all for the support once again. Thank you all for joining me, and I hope you hope you guys had a nice chatting session with me. I really did enjoy it. It was nice having to talk to people for once. Well, more often, just so like just so that we don't have like a game in front of me. I just think it's like more of an enjoyable process to be able to talk to people, and then see what they're up to and see what kind of things that they're doing. You do more of these streams. I love getting to know you. Oh, thank you, Ash. I really appreciate it. But you know, maybe eventually. Well, I don't know. Maybe if we have like more things to talk about when time has passed and people have some news that they want to share. Well, we can do more of these streams. But yeah, thank you all once again. I hope you all have a good night, and bye bye.